kimchi stew, is that hot or cold?
It's hot.
Just get on your noodle.
There's a classic mess out on old 86. Right out there could be the thing to get us fixed. I left the shadow there last month stuck in the ground.
Why did you take off for 9 years? Or is it 8 years?
I think we did some touring in 2002, but it really doesn't feel like we took that long off because we were never completely stopped, inactive. Play a few shows a year, a couple shows a year kind of thing. Just didn't really do any recording to speak of.
Why was that?
It requires commitment.
I remember an email from John in like 2006. What say we make a record next spring or something? And then by next spring comes around, you're like,
I'm busy.
I'm busy.
Well, what were you busy doing
The rest of life.
the rest of life?
But
Not driving around and staying up late and drinking beer in windowless rooms.
I went out, felt the sun on my face, then a tug on my leg, and now I'm back in the cave. There's a moment of peace that I just can't recreate.
I did 3 Portastatic albums and a couple soundtracks, and Laura and I have been running Merge, the label, the whole time. John's been touring all over the place.
With who were you touring with?
Robert Pollard from Got Bad Voices.
Yeah, sure.
Bob Mould.
Oh, you played with Bob Mould?
Mountain Goats. New Pornographers.
Basically the best bands in the world. That you only tour with
The greatest
amazing
bands of all
bands.
time, yes.
And what were you doing in the?
I just laid low,
Got married.
got married, had dogs, cats. I work in a bookstore selling things on eBay in the back room, so I make my own hours. I don't have to deal with the public. It's very relaxing.
What did you do? I know you were running Merge.
running Merge, and I had a kid. I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't play in any other bands.
To now have records regularly cracking the top 10 and one hitting 1 recently must be amazing, having started this in your living room or whatever.
Yeah, it is. It's shocking. We never. I mean, when we started it wasn't our plan to be running a multinational corporation, at some point.
Do you ever wrestle with the issue of at what point do you get too old to be in a band?
I mean, if it doesn't seem like someone's just going through the motions, and you feel like their heart is in what they're doing, then it's kind of like, why should there be a cutoff? Having said that, sometimes I wonder if there's a cutoff to playing the kind of music that we do in the way that we do. Mainly I think that when I get up in the morning after playing a show and I'm in severe pain.
Well, I think that we'll physically have to tone it back at some point.
My mother implored me last week. She was like, "Don't shake your head on stage, Jimmy. You're too old for that." Because I'm achy, and I'd just been in a bike accident, and I was like, "Oh, I fell on my shoulder." I'm like,
Did you ever think when you were like putting out your early records that you'd be having a conversation like this?
He was talking like that back then.
I was always
He always talked like that.
For me, I don't know if it's because I'm a woman. There's this thing of like the way you look, and getting old as a woman is less acceptable than getting old as a man. I think it makes me self-conscious. I know it's not logical.
Are you psyched that the reviews are so good? I saw the AV Club gave you a straight A.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally exciting. I didn't know how people were going to receive this record. If they were going to be like, old band making another record, who cares?
Have you ever had an album that was poorly reviewed generally? I don't think so.
I mean, I think the last album was just kind of like, I wouldn't say poorly reviewed, but
Perplexing.
a little bit lukewarmly reviewed.
I love that album. There are so many great songs in there. The Drool Collection is one of my.
See, that's because you are an incredibly intelligent guy.
Correct. Yeah,
But
correct.
not everyone.
It's the first thing you
not
said I agreed with.
Not everyone, is thinking on your level and listening really on your level.
I appreciate that, Mac. Thank you.